I have a question here that's one of those questions that really annoys me. I'm glad it's being asked, and I'm glad it's coming up that I can address it, but it demonstrates an attitude that's troublesome. The question simply is, what do you say to parents who say that they're letting their kids decide about religion rather than indoctrinating them to it? We'll just let our kids decide on their own when they get older. Well, here's the first thing that I'd say is that they imply in their approach that they're being neutral towards the religious question when they're not being neutral at all. What they are communicating very, very clearly is that when it comes to questions of religion, it's just a matter of personal preference, and why should we force our preference upon you? As you grow, you'll establish your own preferences. So the questions of religion are not questions of fact, they are questions of faith. And here they mean faith being mere belief and things you can't know, and it's just basically you decide what club you want to join. It's so frustrating because they're assuming the relativistic approach. Now, this might be what they believe, that religion is a relativistic thing, but they shouldn't be under any false impressions that they're not therefore indoctrinating their kids. They are indoctrinating their kids. They're indoctrinating them to a relativistic, pluralistic understanding of religion. That's the first thing. Secondly, why use the word indoctrinate? I mean, it's a negative term, and it's the kind of thing that people use regarding religion to make religion look like a shady enterprise. You're indoctrinating your kids. What's wrong with just saying instructing or teaching? Because that's what we do. And indeed, those people who will use the term indoctrinating regarding religion are teaching and instructing their kids in other areas of life. Why would they call that indoctrinating? Incidentally, do they let their kids decide on morality? On questions like bedtimes and homework and whether they're courteous to their teachers, instructors, or whether they're nice to the people down the street, or whether they destroy the planet by throwing trash around, or is that part of the flexibility of raising kids? We'll just let them decide. And if the answer is no, but rather there's specific instruction given there, why is that not indoctrination as well? Look, most parents don't even let kids decide like that about vegetables, for goodness sake. Eat your vegetables. It's good for you, and you'll grow to like it. Well, I think they got a point. The role of parents is to instruct children in what is good and right and true. And by golly, I think religion has a whole lot to say about the content regarding those particular issues, and therefore it's a parent's responsibility to instruct in that regard. Now, if a person doesn't think there is anything true about religion, well, then of course I guess they can't instruct much on it. But by the same token, it's not appropriate to suggest that others who don't share their views and have principled reasons for thinking their religious view is correct, there's nothing wrong with them teaching their kids in that regard. It's appropriate. In fact, it's part of our responsibility as parents not to let our kids run free in all their ideas and get creative about the most important things in life, but to teach them about it. Listen, when they get older, young adults, they are in a plenty good position to assess these things themselves and decide for themselves whether they want to continue in these things. And I guarantee you they are going to do that. They are going to come to that point and they'll let you know about it. There's no inappropriate indoctrination going on when Christians raise their kids up in the fear and the instruction and the wisdom of the Lord.